every so often when I'm browsing the drugstore, I really hit the jackpot when it comes to new products. So I have rounded up quite a few new things that you might want to keep an eye out for, whether you're in Walgreens or Walmart or Ulta or wherever. Just some different low-cost things, some that I have reviewed, some that I haven't. I'll give you whatever information I can in this video though and just kind of show you what's new. But the first thing, and this is something I've been getting so many questions about, and I finally found it at CVS, and it's the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. And for a little application tip on the back, it says smooth onto areas with visible pores. Trying to show you something clear now. This product is really completely clear, and it has a similar texture once you blend it out to Smashbox Photo Finish, but I feel like it's a little bit thicker than that, a little less moisture in the product than Photo Finish. But lately I've been using this as my primer under makeup, and I gotta say pretty much any foundation that I put over this glides on really, really smoothly. But all in all, it's that kind of silicone texture that is really smooth, tends to fill your lines and pores and stuff like that. While we're on Maybelline, there is a new kind of blush, and actually a whole new line of face products called Face Studio. You know how there's been like eye studio products for a while? Well, now there's some face stuff, some new stuff, and it's called Master Glaze. And there were, I don't know about how many of these sticks I saw at Walgreens, like maybe 5 or 6 different colors. And I got this pink because it seemed like the brightest one, and I always like to see, you know, if the bright colors that are out there are really as bright as they appear in their tubes, you know? And it's called Pink Fever. And I was so pleasantly surprised with the texture of this stick. It's definitely different from a lot of cream blushes because it's so thin. Like, I don't know if you can see here, as I just take it really lightly across my hand. Oops, I hit a knuckle there. Gotta bump it. But it's just really, really lightweight. And then you see how it really blends nicely across the skin also. It's not like one of those cream blushes where you put it on one spot and then it's hard to like blend out over your entire cheek. So I used this today and I just dotted it on like straight from the stick, and then I blended it out with my e.l.f. small stipple brush. Worked perfectly. I love how lightweight this is and how colorful it was too. Another thing from the Face Studio line that I saw is a highlighting blush. This is something you don't see too much from Maybelline, these mosaic kind of face products, but this is called Pink Rose, and it says our multi-tonal blush palette highlights skin and softly contours cheeks for an instantly defined glow. So I put this very, very lightly on top of this stick. Most of the color you're seeing is coming from the stick, but if you want to see what this looks like, just swirling your finger over everything, it's a soft, shimmery, rosy pink glow. And there were several different shades of this too. This isn't super different from just other shimmery blushes on the market. I think maybe if you went to a lighter shade, you might get that dual like blush highlight effect going on. The packaging, the pan lifts up. Oops, it lifts up. There's a mirror back there, and then a little brush comes inside. I think Maybelline's been busy because there's more. There's a new powder, Dream Wonder Powder. So they've got that whole Dream line, you know, the Dream Matte Mousse and the Dream Matte Powder and stuff. I like to read you guys the claims because I want you to know what it's supposed to do, and then down the road when I do a review we see if it actually does those things. But it says glides on softly and smoothly, skin perfecting silky finish, buildable medium coverage. And I got this in shade 20, which is classic ivory. And that seems a little lighter than what I might normally grab for, but it's a really good match, turns out to be, on my skin. So similar packaging to the Face Studio thing. It lifts up here and it comes with a sponge. So I could see this being like a powder foundation type product. The surface of this powder was kind of different, and I don't know if it'll show because I've been using it, but it was almost like a little bit bumpy. Like you look right at it and it's kind of different. Not one of those squishy like cream textures or anything. It's definitely powder. It's like when you put your finger in it or you put your brush in it, it seems like you just easily pick up a lot of product. So I think it could be easy to go overboard with this powder and apply too much. So you want to use kind of a light hand with it, but it does have nice coverage. It's very mattifying. The claim was medium coverage. I think it definitely has medium coverage and then some. So I really want want to try using this next week as like a powder foundation, so I can really be able to tell what the staying power is and see just how much coverage it does have on its own as opposed to being worn on top of a foundation. Last new thing that I saw from Maybelline was a line of nude lipsticks. It's the color Sensational line. I can't remember what like the heading was on the display, but there were several different shades. I went with shade 920 in Nude Lust. It really looks like a nice nude shade. Like if I'm going nude, this is maybe the kind of color I gravitate toward. Here's a little swatch of that. You can see it's just a very beige nude, a little bit deeper than like a matte creme de nude. So far I've worn this once, and my initial reaction when I got it on my lips, I thought they looked kind of dead. Like it's a very full coverage lip product, you know, it's not sheer, so I just felt like they looked very flat and lacked dimension, so I put a gloss over the top and liked that much better. But there's definitely a range of different nude options, so if you like things a little bit darker or lighter than this, there were some other things out there. Carrie Underwood nail polishes, they're here. I knew this line was coming out. I'd heard rumblings that Carrie Underwood is getting a line of nail polish for the Nicole by OPI line, and they came out. I saw them at Walmart. And I think the line was supposed to officially launch in January, but the display was already totally picked over. Not very many shades left, but I got two shades that I really do like. This nude one is called Southern Charm. It's just a creamy nude shade, and I'm sorry, I've got a little chipping already. This has been 4 days on my nails, and I wanted to leave it because I wanted you to see what happened. The tips of these two nails and one or two on my other hand just kind of already chipped off. I had a really good top coat on top that I like, a Nails Inc top coat. I absolutely love that nude color, and then I put the gold on here. That's one coat on my ring finger of this gold called Carried Away. It's beautiful. Both of the nails that I have that gold on are still going strong, but if you love Carrie Underwood like I do, and it means something to you to have a nail polish that says Carrie Underwood around the handle, I know I'm crazy, but you might start just looking a little more closely for these. I see normally like special editions of this line at Ulta too, so that might be another place to check. CoverGirl has a brand new mascara. It's called Bombshell Volume. I do have a full review on this on my Beauty Broadcast Express channel. In case you're new to this channel and you didn't know I had that other one, it's quick reviews. I do them Monday through Friday, so something new every weekday, and it's just like one product at a time, like a little daily dose of beauty reviews. And so I've talked about this one, but it's a 2-in-1 mascara. One brush is like a rubber bristle brush that reminds me a lot of Lash Blast, and then the other side is a traditional like spiraled around the wand kind of bristle there, a little bit tapered at the tip. I really like the way, you know, these two steps layered on top of each other. I thought it gave me really nice volume, nice length, but it was just so hard for me to remove, and I don't like having to go to extra measures and a lot of extra time to get my mascara off. You know, by the time I'm taking mascara off, I just want to go to bed. Anyway, you can get the full scoop on this in my review video, but I just wanted to let you know about that. Neutrogena has a new foundation. It's called Nourishing Longwear Makeup Tone Correcting Complex Titanium Dioxide Sunscreen, SPF 20 in here. I have it in the shade Buff, number 30. I believe this was the second lightest shade in the line, and there was a big gap between the lightest shade, which I found to be very cool and very pink, and then all the rest of the shades seemed darker and pretty orangey. Like this one is definitely, I mean, it doesn't look crazy orangey, but when I was first like spreading this on my face, I thought, wow, it's not really my skin tone. It's okay as far as the depth of the color, you know, it's not too dark for me, but it's just kind of the wrong tone. But I've really been taking a close look at this over the past few days that I've been wearing it. I'm not that impressed. I think there are liquid foundations with better coverage and better staying power from the drugstore, and I get through about 2/3 of my day, and I notice this breaking down quite a bit in my T-zone. So not a lot of great things to say about this. I mean, it's not light coverage. I call it medium coverage and average staying power. There are also some new lip products out from L'Oreal, and I wish they would put the exact name of what these are on the product. I'll probably be able to look it up. But they are like a lip gloss style product. I got it in Nude Ballet and Purple Prelude. I feel like the style of this product is a lot like the Maybelline color elixirs, because look at them. It's kind of styled like a lipstick tube, and then it's got that same kind of slightly pointed applicator there, and even the texture is very similar. I feel like these are maybe a little less thick. I don't know, they just feel a little less heavy on the lips, so I do like that about these. And here's a look at the colors. Like this nude a lot. I think that's pretty. I love the fresh kind of shine it has on the lips. This shade, I think it looks pretty in the swatch, but it looks kind of grayish on the lips. That's not what I'm wearing on my lips today. I'm wearing a lipstick from Too Faced called, what is it, Lollipop? Yeah, it's called Lollipop. So like this is kind of what I expected this to look like, but instead, I don't know, it's kind of dull. These don't seem crazy, different, amazing, awesome compared to other glosses that are out there, but they're not uncomfortable on the lips, and I do like this nude shade. There's just a lot of stuff to talk about in this video. Another new thing is from Physicians Formula, and it's called Mineral Wear Talc-Free Mineral Oh So Radiant Powder. And yes, I was drawn in by the pretty blue packaging, and then you look at what's in there. Whoops. Something under there, something wants out. That's a big brush. But look at this. It's got little shimmery circles all over it, but see what happens when you go over one of those? You're taking off that shimmer. That's just like an overspray. And see how much shimmer actually comes off on your finger? This kind of stuff just confuses me. I mean, who wants that? Just a temporary thing? Like, you think that's what you're getting, and then a few times swirling your brush through this, it's gone? And then what's underneath seems to be like a semi-matte powder. It's not really shiny. I might have had a little shine on my finger already, so I feel like you go from two drastic places with this powder. The first, when you're using it and getting all that shimmer, and then what's underneath ends up being just a typical powder. So I don't know what to think about this. I'm going to keep using it, and you can bet your booty I'll review it for you. And last but not least, Almay's got a loose powder called Smart Shade. I'm pretty sure I found this at Ulta. It says loose finishing powder, and I got it in the shade Light. I feel like I've been trying a lot of different loose powders that could be used as an under eye setting type thing, but I haven't tried as much for all over the face type stuff. So I wanted to try this. I gotta say, I love the feel of this. It's so lightweight, silky smooth. I believe there was a puff in here, but I took it out. But just a really nice texture, not a lot of coverage, but kind of nice for mattifying. I've used this several times, like right after foundation, just to get a really perfected finish, and I'm liking that quite a bit so far. So hopefully this just gives you a little information on some of those new things that are out in the drugstore. Have I had a crazy hair this whole time? I don't know. No biggie. But, if I have done reviews on these, I'll link to them below. If I haven't, you can expect them soon. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.